Here at the Starbucks Center for the 3-0 Seattle Emeralds playing host to the 1-2 Colorado Avalanche. Michael Neuvirth in between the pipes for Seattle, and then Semyon Varlamov in between the pipes for the Colorado Avalanche. First things first, we'll start things off with the Avalanche in Seattle zone. Centering try, nobody's there for, but then Nieto is slammed into the boards, and a pass out for Landeskog, who has space in front and makes him pay. Snipes it over the shoulder of Neuvirth. First goal of the season for Landeskog makes it a 1-0 Avalanche lead. About 10:20 left now in the first. Initially, a shot is saved by Neuvirth, but then some passing around. They find Mitchell at the blue line. He skates in, goes down low, then up to the slot. Tyson Joss back to D. Slap shot from the blue line is saved, but then the rebound is put in by John Mitchell. He buries that, makes it a 2-0 Avs lead on his first goal of the season. And then here the D-man tries to step up. Pass goes off his skate, deflects to Tyson Jost in front. He's able to bury the rebound for a 3-0 Avalanche lead, his third goal on the season. And now 7 minutes left in the second period. The shot block attempt is no good, as the broken slap shot basically works as a pass, goes over to Como, puts it in for 4-0. Here we've got a Dumoulin slapper picked up behind the net by Beagle, skates over, passes in front, Yurko backhand attempt, goes wide. So still 4-0. Pass over to Myers, slap shot, Gaborik out in front, picks it up, tries to snipe it over the shoulder, but it cannot go. So here at the end of the power play for the Seattle Emeralds, a pass over to a wide open Blake Como. Slaps it over the shoulder of Neuvirth. 5-0 Avalanche. They are just running away with this one in the third period. 5:55 now in the third. Seattle with the puck. Slap shot initially blocked, but then it's poked away. Picked back up by Seattle. Pass down low to Gaborik. Over to Brown behind the back pass. He shelves it for the first goal of the game for Seattle. His first goal of the season as well. It's now a 5-1 game. And then basically a few seconds later, a pass over to the D-man Dumoulin. Takes a slap shot, kicks away from Varlamov, and Reed Boucher comes in and pokes it into the net. 2 goals now for Seattle, but that would be all they do in this one, as your final score between the Colorado Avalanche and the Seattle Emeralds is 5-2, as Colorado is now even on the year at 2-2, and Seattle gets their first loss of their season, of their franchise history, as they are now 3-1. And now the Emeralds travel to Newark, New Jersey to take on the New Jersey Devils at the Rock, the Prudential Center. 2-3-1 Devils play host to the 4-2 Emeralds as Corey Schneider, the Marblehead, Mass native, is in between the pipes for the Devils, and then Kari Lehtinen, the man from Finland, is in net for the Emeralds. So we'll start things off in the first. Devils in the Seattle zone, but a poke check from Nieto is able to get them on a 2-on-1. So Nieto down the left wing, passes over for Järnkrok, and his shot goes wide. So it's still 0-0 at the end of one. Second period action now. Face-off goes right to Lehtinen. He passes out to Myers, who springs Beagle down the left wing, gets past Moore and Severson, cuts in front, cannot shelf it over Corey Schneider, though. Pass back to D. Demers over to Myers. Slap shot, rebound to Beagle, cannot get a handle of it. So here we have Deneau and Brown coming down on the 2-on-2. Pass over to Brown on the power play, cannot get it on the one-timer. Saved by Schneider. A dump in from Severson as he is leveled right after dumping it in. Zacha picks off that one, passes down to Smith-Pelly in Gretzky's office, back up to the face-off circle for Zacha. Centers it for Dalton Pratt, skates in, takes the shot, rips it right over the shoulder of Kari Lehtinen. 1-0 Devils, just like that. Dalton Pratt, the unlikely goal scorer, and then here off the next face-off, slap shot just to get it in off the boards, bounces off the boards, and then Lehtinen forgets how to play goalie, lets it in right off the boards. So 2-0 now as Dennis Rasmussen scores his first goal, and then there the initial pass from Henrique gets tipped, but Hall picks it up and snipes it. 3-0 Devils, they jump off to a big lead here in the third period. So power play starts for the Devils here, but then a poke check from Tierney. He's able to stay with it. What an effort to keep it going. 2-on-1, gets around the D-man, pass out in front. Jay Beagle gets it past Corey Schneider. And Seattle's on the board. 3-1 is your score now. Beagle's second goal of the season. Pass behind the net for Tyler Myers. He springs Järnkrok down the left wing. He skates in front, and he's able to do what Beagle could not do earlier. Shelves it over Corey Schneider's shoulder. His first goal of the season makes it a one-goal game. 3-2 now Pass up to Letetsu here with 4 minutes left in the third. Pass over. It's a one-timer for Nieto. He gets it over Corey Schneider. It's a 3-3 tie game now, and Nieto's 4th goal of the season. But then in overtime, Taylor Hall doing some fancy stick work. Pass down to Henrique, and he's able to go 5-hole on Lehtinen. As Henrique, it's over, and the New Jersey Devils win this one by a score of 4-3 in overtime here at the Rock, as the Devils come away with the victory. So basically what I'm planning on doing with this series is, like with this one, I just showed you 2 games, and now we're going to just show you the stats and what the team's doing throughout that month. So October's over, they only really play half of the month for the regular season, so I only showed you 2 games from it. I'll show you anywhere from like 2 to 4 games, mainly just show goals, because hockey games are really easy to cut up and show like just quick replays of. So after those 2 games, we have now finished the month of October, and the Seattle Emeralds are sitting at 5-3-1 on the season, which is good enough for 3rd place in the Central Division. Why the Central Division is because when you start in the 32nd expansion team, it just puts you right in the Central Division. I was trying to figure out something that could work to maybe swap a Western team with a Central team. I just couldn't think of it, so I was like, screw it, we'll just stay in the Central, even though it doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's a lot of teams and a lot of divisions in every sport that don't make any sense, why they're in the West, why they're in certain divisions. So it's not really that big of a deal, it's whatever, we're in the Central. And as far as points leaders on our teams goes, just some notable guys. There's Philip Deneau, he is the leader with 8 points in 9 games. Then there's Marian Gabrick and Mark Letetsu, both with 6. And then Matt Nieto, Jay Beagle, Callie Yarncroke, and Thomas Yerkel all have 5, as you see the rest of it scrolling through here. So, with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this edition of the Seattle Emeralds expansion franchise. We have finished up the month of October now, getting ready to go into the month of November. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I'm saying goodbye.
Grown man shit, calluses and jaded raps, hair on my chest. I sweat when I fuck. My speakers don't hammer, they put dents in your truck. Like back at it like an automatic. Sip cheap liquor till I'm leaning backwards. Young English, let me write the chapters. Black Paisley,